Hi, I'm Nicholas Woolwork, CEO of Red Brick and propertyforum.com and globally published author of Investing in International Real Estate for Dummies, available on Amazon. Just type Nicholas Woolwork. Now I'm here today on my client site. Will be one of the last update videos. We'll probably do a couple more. We're into the last 2 or 3 now where the site is nearly finished. We're probably hitting practical completion in the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to show you around internally. I'm not going to show you outside because we're going to do the big reveal of the building wrap. The whole building has been wrapped in a funky kind of 3D quirky boxy design to try and make this building from an ugly duckling into a beautiful funky swan. Think purple swan. That's what we're aiming for. It's not purple though, by the way. It's kind of greeny turquoise and brown, but think crazy coloured building versus grey drab building. Anyway, let's go and have a look around the inside, and you can see the kind of pre-snagging phase. We've got a few flats still having a few little bits of work done. There's some wardrobes going in a few areas, but we've now got 3 show flats, one of each kind of type in here, and I'm going to show you around those briefly. So let's get going. Here we are in the entrance hall, which is probably about 90% complete. We've got all new lighting, new ceilings. We've got new glass balustrade gone in. These have all come off and been shot blasted. New handrails gone on, which are all to be painted in the next sort of day or two. I think we've got a painter starting work upstairs as we speak. But yeah, this has come a hell of a long way. We've got the letterboxes up on the walls, as you can see. Carpet's gone down. We've got all this protective stuff that now goes down over the last couple of weeks. We're literally within a couple of weeks of fully finished. Hugely exciting time. So let's go and see. We've got 3 show flats on site now, not just one. We did another 2 for the different design types. The first one was a 1-bed. We've now done a 2-bed and the larger 2-bed with the extra study room. So let's go and show you around. Okay, we're here now in the first show flat. There is a chap working in here doing some snagging, but we'll go on in anyway. One of the first things to remind you, I don't know if we've shown this on a previous video or not, but the doors are extremely thick, heavy doors. And if you can hear that door, you know, these are serious hotel grade quality doors with the eyelets on, nice black ironmongery on it, all inbuilt self-closers. It comes as a complete package with all the wooden door surrounds as well. And yeah, they just are beautiful doors. You know, they just give the feeling of quality. You know, when you first go into that flat, you know, pushing through a good solid heavy door, not too heavy that you can't open it, but you know, hotel grade. You get an idea of what you're looking at. Let's go and have a look in. Let's have a look in here first. Now, mind your step, chaps. We've got hoovers all over the place. So this is the open plan lounge and kitchen, dining room as well. We've got some nice blinds fitted here, which kind of close and open and half open, which is lovely. Gone fully decorating, all knives and forks right to the nth degree in here. Again, we've gone the electric heating throughout, and again, you notice now the high ceilings where these have started to come into play. You know, these are really high ceilings. I'm 5'8", so I'm not a tall bloke, but you can see how high these ceilings are. They're about a foot higher than the minimum required, about a foot and a half higher, and that gives you the feeling of volume in these apartments, you know, and it's what we spec'd and planned all along. And this feels like, you know, hopefully it comes across on camera, but a lovely big space, wide open, you know, really wow factor flat, you know, really generously proportioned and a good vibe to them, you know, good family vibe, good family home to it, or good homely feel, I should say. Although the 1s and 2 beds probably won't be for families. So again, we've got this one. Each of the kitchens, if you remember from previous videos, make sure you subscribe, by the way, and you'll see past videos. This is a playlist, so you can go back and look at the updates, right from a bare office on the entire floor to 44 apartments in this building now. It's quite unbelievable. And, you know, I get a real feeling of pride walking around the building now to see it 99% finished, you know, and then the next update video or 2, probably do 1, maybe 2 more videos here. You know, you'll see the transformation that this has gone through both internally and externally. It's by no mean feat. This is, I would say it's almost a £5 million build, if you include the finance costs. So that's an awful lot of money to spend on a building. Very exciting. But yeah, as you can see here, this is an open breakfast bar. We've gone for a high quality laminate as standard, although buyers could, if they're quick enough, you know, spec up or change to granite if they wanted, but you know, most of the units are done now, to be honest. So that moment has almost passed. We've got some early sales in off market, which has been useful, and we're going for a full launch now in the next couple of weeks. Now it's fully finished. And local buyers that are owner occupiers, they can't really see the vision of a building site. You know, when the outside was looking estate and it was an ugly duckling, it's now being wrapped. As you'll see on another video, we're going to do the big reveal of the building wrap in one of the coming videos in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notified of that video, and indeed it will appear in this playlist at the same time. But yeah, hugely exciting transformation, and just see the spec of certain things. These are really, really good units. They look kind of modern, fresh, but they're durable and fairly reasonably priced as well. Have a quick look through bedrooms in this particular apartment. Again, nicely proportioned, good sizes, lovely en suites. We've got all the high spec feeling. It's very, very warm building. You can really, really feel the money that's gone into the insulation in this building. All of the walls, right from external cladding and internal cladding, internal absorptive materials and heat insulation gone onto the outside walls or out throughout the building. All the internal walls. I think at one point, if you remember a past video, we had 17 different types of wall makeup, depending on where it is, en suite, wall between bedrooms, wall between flats, wall between kitchens, etc. And lobbies. We managed to get that down, as you noted, by sort of value engineering work with the architects. But we certainly didn't scrimp on build. New build regs. This building is built to the highest possible specification out there, right from the automatic opening vents for the fire in the hallways, through to the insulation, lighting. Everything in here is top spec. Fire alarms, door entry systems. Speaking of door entry systems, I'm going to show you the door entry system in here. I don't know if it's wired in this particular building yet, this particular flat. Oh yeah, it is. So you can call the front door, you can message, you can hit live view, and you get a live view of the front door. You scan. That's where we were filming a moment ago. Stood outside the front door, and yeah, you can call it and whatnot, and yeah, all sort of top-notch stuff. And again, you can see all the fixtures and fittings here. We're still snagging because there's final paint going on, so they just get pulled away so they get paint on them. But yeah, all very high quality. Nice big boiler cupboard, lovely big, fully tiled bath, which again, nice quality. And then you're into the master room, which is slightly bigger than the last one. Again, nice provisions, nice size. Some nice, a couple of little throw pillows. My wife loves throw pillows. Don't know why we need like 25 on the bed, but they do look nice, so that's good. Let's have a wander out. But yeah, let's go and see the second larger show flat now, which is on the top floor. Follow me. Well, let's stop here actually. When we get to the stage of nearly finishing, a lot of the doors will be locked. I'm glad that was locked because I'd have looked like a bit of an idiot if it wasn't. We go around locking all the doors, or the site manager does. We make a list of everything that has done, that's been finished. So for here example, smoke seals need to be re-glued in. What does this say? French polishing. Oh yeah, near shower socket. Okay, so there's some work there to be done. And again, if there's anything found, you just note it on here or replace this for each flat. This is like the builder's snag list. We then get our project management team to come and do our version of a snag list. And you can guarantee we'll find a huge load more problems than the builders found. But to be fair, when you're looking at it every day for nearly 18 months, they're going to miss a few bits. So yeah, we've got two sets of eyes. And then I will come in personally and walk around almost all the apartments. I'll probably do about half. Just to sense check certain things, like for me, for example, if we can zoom in to this edge here, you can see there's paint on the rim. There's a slight gap there where you get just a slight variation in the plaster or the way the wood's been cut. So that just needs a little bead of either cork or silicone, to run down that edge just to tidy it up. And so there's that level of detail you have to go to on these builds, and I go through that personally. I go through every site to check I'm happy with the finished product. That's what you're paying for at the end of the day. Okay, we're in here now, flat 44, Lewis Hamilton, my favourite racing car driver, although, doesn't do himself any favours sometimes. I do like him, he's an excellent driver. Yeah, so here we are. Now this flat, if you remember, this is getting cleaned and snagged at the moment. Huge long flat. We've got an extra room in this upstairs, which is fantastic, just to make use of some of the space internally. This is one of the trickier courtyard rooms. If you remember, we've got a courtyard space in here, in the centre of the buildings, which creates some quirky apartments. So this is one of the sort of longer, thinner rooms, because the nature of it being in the centre of the building, it's very, very hard to maximise the space. But we've managed to get a perfectly usable bedroom out of this, which is, yeah, a good size. It's actually got an ensuite as well. And you'll see outside, this is the courtyard space that is unfinished, by the way. It's getting fully wrapped. But you can see we've just done a tester wrap of the greenery. Now, all the blue windows, everything up to the roof will be that green, and right to the floor. So we're trying to make it as attractive as we can. It's going to be quite a funky little space. The ground floor unit will actually have some access into that space, but this one won't. And you can see there's actually a chap there sorting out the locks as we speak. So yeah, it's kind of making the best of, you know, a slightly compromised space. But these apartments in the centre are some of the biggest in the building. So, you know, you get the biggest apartment, the most number of rooms, probably the most versatile opportunity to use space differently. But you've got a courtyard to look out onto rather than, you know, looking out on an external view. Again, you know, it's very, very similar. High spec bathrooms, seen it in some of the other apartments. And here's what will be the master bedroom. So yeah, good size space. You know, again, just love the high ceilings and the feeling of space. I do like a good velvet green throw pillow, isn't it? Velvet green's really in at the moment. We've got some seats of that at home, but there you go. I'm going to swing you guys around just to get a quick view here. So this area is all sort of fully furnished back here, which is quite nice. But each apartment here is like a C shape. So we've got the central courtyard out there, as you can see again, and we've got a C shape. So we've got a room this side and then one round the other side that I'll take you to on each of these apartments. You've got 3 looks onto that courtyard, so it makes it really kind of like you're in a little villagey feel. It's a really lovely sort of feel to it, this apartment. So we've got a kitchen in there. We've got the lounge in here. So this is the other side of the C shape, going around the central courtyard. Again, there's the central courtyard out there. As you can see, windows need cleaning, obviously. Got to have a full builder's clean of this site before we go, before we get launched. Velvet blue this time. How about that? Yeah, we've got some nice, you know, some good high quality furniture, sort of kind of funky, modern, contemporary, almost Swedish design we've kind of gone for. It's not all IKEA. There is a variety of different furniture suppliers in here, but you know, it's amazing how when you furnish a room, what difference it makes. You know, it really, you know, it turns it into a home. So you know, you can imagine people coming for a viewing and they're just sort of sitting here going, wow, you know, what's my life going to be like if I live here? You know, am I going to enjoy watching TV in this spot and you know, looking out and got my dining room area over there. So it's about, you know, any sort of marketing is about selling the lifestyle, selling the life and the experience, than it is about the, you know, the features. Like I say, well, yeah, we've got chrome fittings, we've got big heavy doors, we've got lovely flooring, you know, very, very high spec flooring. This flooring, by the way, every single piece of that is laid individually. This is a very high quality, I think they call it LVT flooring, that sort of style. That's the similar name, but very, very solid, and it's beautifully done. And if you damage a panel for whatever reason, you can pull up one panel and replace it. So it's far better and more durable than any sort of laminate or wooden flooring. So high durable, high quality, reasonably expensive, but it does last, and it does give you that bit of wow factor that you're kind of looking for in a high spec build like this. So let's go and have a look at the mezzanine room. So this is the mezzanine room. So you look back on previous videos for that. This is the extra managed room we've managed to curate out of this building. So again, looking out into the courtyard space, we're now above. You can see it's quite a bit brighter and lighter up here with the lovely brightness you get seeing out there. Again, this will all be green foliage. This is all getting covered in the greenery in the coming few days. They're working on the wrap outside the building first. That was what we instructed to get the outside done. Again, you know, I'm 5'8". I can walk up to about there, full height. So most people will probably slot a bed in there. We furnished it with a desk up here because this is not really a bedroom. It's kind of an extra study room. You know, got a 2-bed here with an extra room. Some people might choose to use it as a bedroom, but it's primarily a study. And yeah, just a good usable space. And you've got the ensuite up here as well, just as an extra. Say if you're going downstairs for the toilet or shower, whatever. So again, same spec everywhere throughout. So let's, there's no point in me showing you 44 apartments. I've shown you 2 today, and you've seen on previous videos the show flat. But let's get round to the outside of the building again and finish off this video. Well, there was one of the last update videos. There will be one more, so the penultimate update video. If you want to follow the last one and you want to see the big reveal of our building wrap, the biggest UK residential wrap building, as far as I'm aware, comment if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure it is. Could be really exciting to show that to you. It's turned this ugly duckling into a beautiful, colourful swan. Quite a funky green and brown swan, but you know, better to go a little bit out there on the design than go and play it safe. And the planners allowed it. Actually, the planners really chap called Chris from the local council, really instrumental in helping design this building. We took his comments very much on board and together actually created an amazing scheme. So it's one example where we've worked really well with the council. The person we're working with, absolutely incredibly easy and a pleasure to work with, and that sometimes makes all the difference, doesn't it? So if you want to see that big reveal, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow the next videos. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying the journey of this, which is in a playlist. Follow it on the channel. Look back to the beginning if you just found us on this video. Look back to the beginning of the journey and watch them all the way through. You see this from a big open office plan building right through to the finished product. 30,000 square foot office to residential scheme, one of the biggest in the UK that's being documented on YouTube as we speak. And I'm glad to have had you along for the ride so far, and I hope to have you join for the future. Take care, and see you in another video very soon. Take care, bye-bye.